You out there on the courts.
A fresh new episode of NBA 2K TV.
The NBA playoffs are around the corner, and looks like the OKC Thunder are going to be a problem out there in the West.
And we recently caught up with power forward Jalen Williams. Take a look. Jalen, welcome to NBA 2K TV. Do you play NBA 2K25 a lot? Maybe often?
I do, for the most part. I know my friend group does, so throughout the house, there's a lot of controller throws and yelling and stuff like that.
You want to shout any players that you play with out, like maybe a group that you run with? Anybody?
I'll shout out, can I shout out like a gamer tag?
Gamer tags.
Mr. Air Jordan 27.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their home fans tonight. Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. The starters for Utah. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. George and Sexton in the backcourt. And it's Kessler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, it's Jones at power forward with Zubats at center. Powell and Leonard, the veterans, set on the wings. And it's MP in at the point. And in the first game of a back-to-back, is managing minutes a priority for the coaching staff, Doris?
I think, Brian, for coaches, you're just reacting in real time to how the game unfolds. Minutes are always a concern when it's a back-to-back situation, but let's say we get down the stretch and this is a possession ball game. Usually you're going to choose, I'm going to put my best players on the floor and try to win the game right in front of me.
Now here's MP. Pass to Leonard. Now here's Zubats. It's Powell on the wing. And Powell with the stop.
The leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. So it's Los Angeles now. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
And they were the odds-on favorite in this matchup last year, but actually lost the season series.
Now here's Leonard. He really had an off game against the Rockets. And we're about a minute into the first. Pass to Kessler. Collins with it. Back to Kessler. It's George on the wing. Covered by MP. George. It's tipped.
How about Zubats? Worked so hard on the defense defensive end. Nicely done.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way out. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Well, Doris, the one thing for sure, when Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Ryan. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does, not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
I think one thing you love about Kawhi Leonard, this guy never gets too high, never gets too low, but he is the ultimate competitor because he competes at the highest level regardless of the situation.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion. Boy, what a career he has had.
Here's Sexton. Now pulls it in.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Back to Collins. Outside Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. George outside. Fires the 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
MP looking around. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
The Clippers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Powell against Sexton. MP outside. Back to Powell. Three-pointer. Utah grabs the miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
It's Marketing with the drive. Stolen by Jones. Here's
2 minutes
MP.
remaining in the first.
It's Powell on the wing. And it's blocked by Kessler.
Such a disruptive defender, Kessler, one of the best shot blockers this league has to offer.
And it's Leonard with the ball for the LA Clippers. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And stolen by Sexton. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Anytime you get points in transition, you are thrilled. You can see the speed of Sexton on display.
Timeout called. The Clippers outplayed the previous game on their schedule and lost to the Rockets.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's feet.
Clippers trail by 3. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got John Collins, Keontae George out there with Collier. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward. Puts up a 3. Leonard can't get it to go.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Puts up a deep 3. Hendricks no good.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Leonard. Filipowski. Jazz leading by 3. Shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
The first free throw is good. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And the shot's good. MP's got his first points of the night.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's George. And he trains the quick shot.
Stop on a dime, pull up and get into your jump shooting motion. Go ahead, Keontae.
Clippers trail by 5. MP outside. Shot from the top of the key. Powell in the post. Back to MP. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Powell's shot is off. Jazz leading by 5. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz. Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. MP finds Powell. MP against George. MP outside. And that one's long. The Jazz have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And Collins with the slam.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
MP outside. Pass to Powell. Markkanen against Leonard. Back to Powell. Shoots over Collier. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
2 minutes remain in the first
His
half.
shot is off.
2 minutes.
Clippers trail by 9. Well, Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Brian, you know that expression, know your role and star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking score and change the game, and he does just that.
Slammed in by Zubac.
Now this is just pick and roll action at its finest. The big man sets a solid screen, rolls to the cup, leaves no doubt.
Timeout called by Utah. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their lane at the offensive end.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around that basketball.
Substitution on the court.
Through the first half of play here in what's been a score. Jazz out in front, up by 4.
20,
And
the Jazz, 24.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half of a game that's been fairly even so far. You got to like what Keontae George has done in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
But one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Kawhi is the 3 with Jones playing the 4. Norman Powell out there with MP. And it's Zubac in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Sexton passes to George. Collins inside, working on Jones. Collins, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Powell outside. Jones up top. For the tie. Collins with the defensive effort.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Markkanen, the pass to George. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Greg.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
George feels it out of it. Over MP. George's shot is good. George has got 11.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Powell right side. MP against George. Pass to Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
Kessler.
First team.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position. Draws contact there.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Mic check.
The first one falls.
Mic check. Mic check. I got 2 mics working now. That's what I'm gonna do.
And Leonard drops them both. The Jazz have gone just 1 of 3.
Yes, sir.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
Wow. Keontae George flashing
I'm in the
those
game.
needles. Nasty stuff.
I'm on game chat right now.
From day 1 in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few others do.
There are certain guys electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
Block it, block it.
George with the jam.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Clippers trail by 3. MP to pass to Zubac. MP against George. Pass to Jones. Oh, George with a steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. And he'll take a trip to the line.
Selling.
Clearly got fouled on that shot.
That's a good physical play from Markkanen right there. Puts the defense in a bad position and gets the whistle.
Wow. Substitution on the court.
MP outside to the paint. Here's Zubac. And he lays it up and in. Zubac has gotten 4 this quarter.
The more productive he is down low, the more minutes Zubac is going to get. That's just excellent execution and finish.
So the Utah 5 right now. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. And it's George in at the point guard position.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
My bad, bro.
Sexton against Powell. MP left side. 4 on the clock. To the inside. Zubac.
And 1.
So he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second
What you
personal foul.
love, he knows who he is. Big, strong body, mixes it up on the glass, sets solid screens. Just an understanding of who he is.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think the other thing they've done exceptionally well tonight is shoot the mid-range and take advantage of those opportunities. Anytime they're given a look, they have delivered.
Wait.
And the second free throw is good.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Utah. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he lobs it.
Oh, no.
With the slam.
Well, the team has got to be thrilled to see Colin Sexton work the pick-and-roll game and find the open teammate.
And here's MP. Pass to Leonard. Back to MP. Outside Jones. Over Markkanen.
You got Kawhi on the left.
MP outside.
Come on, bro.
And here's Leonard. Shoots over Collins. Rebound, Utah. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. Back to George. Pass to Sexton. Right wing. Markkanen outside. Sexton against Powell. Sexton, that's good.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Back to MP.
Two minutes remaining in the
Leonard on the wing.
2 minutes.
He's up. Sexton grabs the board. Sexton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks it out to Collins. Outside Sexton. Collins high post. On Jones.
Get back. Hey!
The best way to get a clean look is with the
Beautiful fast break opportunity.
George against MP. Pass to Powell. 59 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Sexton.
Oh, man.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Technical difficulty going on. Technical difficulty.
It's stolen by MP. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
Fuck.
Outside Sexton.
Alright, that's it, bro.
Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. And there's the foul. Norman Powell.
Second personal
That's foul
foul.
number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
That was a good call. The
Substitution
defense
on
wasn't
court.
established.
Sexton with it. And so it's Utah with the W.
That's the end of the game.
Exceptional effort on the road. They were
Thank
ready
you for
and
joining
they
us
were
for
focused.
tonight's game.
Focused
fans.
indeed.
We hope you get
I mean,
home
it
safe.
takes a
We look
strong
forward to
mental
seeing you
approach to
again
block out the
real soon.
distractions. These These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
I got a badge. You guys are watching from a TV on an antenna right now, okay? Okay, guys? Just bear with me, please. Till we get our money up, now we gonna be rocking. Oh, I'm gonna get everything set up. That's how we rocking with it right now. Yeah, we can be. Can't be getting cooked out here, man.
Because a lot of players, they either want themselves or completely opposite. So.
Nah, I think I'm pretty awesome. I'm gonna be trying to make myself. But every time I try and like adjust it a little bit, it'll change it. So usually I try and go for like a 3-level score, and that seems to be the most fun.
Yeah, and your team in real life is very defensive focused, but players in 2K love to shoot. So what defensive advice would you give NBA 2K players?
I don't know. I think a lot of it's like anticipation, like trying, like it's a video game, so.
Try to put falls, man.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Perry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Looney in at the center. And for the Clippers, Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Powell is out there with MP. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. And his teams establish chemistry in the early part of the season. Brent, what are some of the keys?
Well, on the court, really it is about the coaches defining roles. And anytime you get players in the early part of the year, it's a support system for what the star guys have to do. It builds a ton of confidence, and the connectivity that coaching staffs know will lead them ultimately to a team that can compete in the playoffs.
Here's Podziemski, guarded by Powell.
You gonna shoot, you gonna shoot.
Curry with it. His scoring has been the engine that drives him. His average is all the way up around 36.5 points a game. Wow. Leonard against Payton. Puts it up from 15. And it's Looney with the rebound. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Pajemski. 12 points his last outing. And Jones sends it back. And here is Powell. Driving the lane. Looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
Personal foul.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run
at the line
between
for two.
December and February.
Norman Powell.
Showed how dangerous that team
Go Powell.
when healthy.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He will step up and start to pour it in.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters to try to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. Win their share of games. I'd love to see Zubac attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
I was gone. I was out of there.
And here is Los Angeles now. But Jensen's shot is good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Leonard on the wing. Over Payton. Leonard, no luck.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Curry, wide open. All 3 off the mark. Curry's gone 12 on the night. Here's Powell. Warriors with the rebound. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Let's go.
Easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Simmons checked in for Zubac. Bogdanovich comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's James Harden in for Powell. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. MP outside. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Harden outside. A shot. Offensive rebound. Oh!
Ben Simmons, unreal.
Hey.
Nice.
Finally.
Replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, look, here's what the Clippers head coach had to say earlier.
You're locking that shit down, Curry.
Off against Jimmy
Oh
Butler.
my
Coach
goodness.
said you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both
I
ends.
got cooked.
So you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's MP. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Here's MP.
Got him.
That one, no good. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors.
What you switching, Brody?
On the trifecta.
I think this is a progression step here for Kuminga. When he starts to hit threes consistently, watch out.
Curry against MP. Outside, Jones. Outside, Bogdanovich. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Eubanks, Eastern. Now, here's MP. Now the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Powell. Zubac trying to break loose. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Powell.
Norman Powell has a lot of strength, and that time he played to it.
The Warriors have been trying to win a championship while also developing young talent. And Brent, that's a tough thing to do.
And they're really hard to do because of the established players in front of you.
Foul against Golden State.
Can't guard me.
That coaching staff knows how important piling up every regular season win is in terms of your positioning in the playoffs. We'll see if this year they take another stride and those guys become more comfortable in their roles to help support the stars they've had for so many years.
Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. MP is out there with Powell. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. That's out there for the Clippers.
You like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Butler against Leonard. And the rejection by Leonard.
One of the most versatile defenders in the NBA. Why Leonard getting all of that one.
MP deciding where to go with it. I missed that time. Would have put him up.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Podziemski. And the layup falls. Podziemski's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
MP outside. Pass to Powell. Drills the baseline jump.
Please get open like that every time. I got
you. It simple that time, Norman Powell. Nice job.
It's tipped. Podziemski, the bounce pass. Butler, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3 corners here in the second quarter so far. On the wing, MP. He's defended by Podziemski. Right, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's not? That's basically
let's go.
Are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Simmons checked in for
2 minutes
Zubac.
remaining.
Jared Jones in for Leonard.
2 minutes.
Now, here's MP. Not a lot of room.
Pass back outside. Let's go.
And the Clippers lead by 1.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. This time comes in. So it's Los Angeles. With a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We'll get right back.
25.
We saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you know, Chris Dunn has really been making it happen, guys.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Payton is out there with Butler. And it's Looney in at the center position. MP, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
MP gets to Leonard. Powell, the pass to MP. From 20 feet out. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got 6 rebounds in the game. Curry on the wing for the lead. And another 3 for Golden State.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3.
Breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by bringing on that long? Curry passes.
There are certain guys who thrive in that environment, and Cavani has been one of them.
Amir Coffey's checked in for the Clippers. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Good on the second free throw.
Disappointing not to convert.
That's it.